what does it mean to be high vibe? You hear this a lot. You see it on social media. You see it hashtag here, hashtag there on shirts. Good vibes only. High vibe tribe. But what does it actually mean? I don't think a lot of people understand what a vibration truly is. And a vibration is a way to measure energy. Measure an energy source. So think of a radio like a frequency, or think of vibrations like in the earth, how those are I think it's shown on the Richter scale, like earthquakes and things like that. There's different ways to track vibration, and each thing in this world, each and everything in this world has an energetic vibration to it. Okay, everything does. Everything on our planet is from this source called energy, or this higher source, and everything has energy running to it and through it for now and forevermore. But we see people who say, like high vibe tribe, and then you're like, well, I want a high vibe tribe. How do I raise my vibration? How do I do these things? And so I want to kind of break it down for you on an easier way to process what vibration is. And so one way that I can think of this is by food. So if you look at the foods that you put into your body, okay, if you look at something that is from a box or has been processed, each time that food is touched, the energy shifts in that food and the vibration is lowered. Okay, so it's going through multiple processes, and each time that it's touched or processed even further, or sits somewhere, or the cells within it are quote unquote dead, it lowers the vibration of it. Okay, so it's no longer a high vibe food in the energy world. Versus if you went to pick food out of your garden that is still alive, it's fresh, it's growing, it's green, it's vibrant, it's all of these things. Okay, those would have a high vibration because they are still active, they're still growing, they're still alive. The cells within them are moving, they're vibrating, they're green, does this make sense? And the energy in that same plant, say you picked a head of lettuce at its peak, right? The vibration in it would be super high. So you would putting like high vibe food into your body, versus if you let that lettuce sit on your counter for a couple weeks and things start to touch it and it's no longer connected to its energy source, or flies get it, animals get it, it just naturally starts that decomposing process to the point where it's now like a compost. Okay, that would be a lower vibration food for your body. Okay, so you would no longer get the high vibe from it. So in that sense, you would put it back to the earth, which in turn would raise its vibration again, because then it would be utilized into something else. And so it's just the energy shifts within everything. And then same thing with people. Like if you look around and you see people who are in your circle who are constantly complaining or finger pointing, or the world is coming to an end and every decision that they make is fear-based, that is a very low vibration. That is a very low vibrating energy within them, okay? Think about it. Think about how you feel. A high vibe person is almost, it feels like ecstasy. They're just, and I don't mean like ecstasy, the drug. I mean like ecstasy, the emotion. Don't go take ecstasy, guys. It's bliss. They're happy. They're lighthearted. You just feel radiant and you feel more energy. You are high vibration. And sometimes you can even feel it within your body. You're like, oh my gosh, I just have goosebumps. I'm like, my body just feels like it's literally vibrating. That is a high vibration. versus if you're stuck in constant anxiety, fear, negativity, things like that. Those are very low vibrating, which are also very draining. They drain the energy, the life force right out of you. And so how do you begin to shift your vibration from low to high? Well, you have to take a look at what you consume in your life. And I mean this on all levels. I'm talking people, I'm talking jobs, I'm talking, and now it's starting to rain. You guys get me in my car all the time because it's like the only time that my brain is like focused and I can think. And I really love the window time in a sense. So you might hear the rain. I apologize if it's distracting. Just bear with me. But look at all of the things in your life on what you consume on a daily basis. And this starts from how you wake up in the morning. How are you, quote unquote, consuming your morning? Does your morning start off chaotic? Are you woke up by your children woke up by your children screaming, or by dogs? Or are you waking up like energized and like taking time for yourself and like starting the day off by like charging your battery before you go out into the day, because you would never leave your house with your phone on 10% battery, yet we leave our houses with ourselves on 10% battery. So how are you raising the vibration first thing in the morning? Like, what is the quality of bed that you sleep on? What are the quality of sheets that you sleep on? Are you sleeping on cheapies? That actually makes a huge difference, guys. Like, if you sleep on a $10 sheet set versus a $100 sheet set, you can feel the difference because the materials used are high vibration materials. You would call this a quality material, but the energy that was put into creating that $100 item is much higher than something that was thrown together and is synthetic or quote unquote like dead material, right? It's plastic versus cotton, and cotton to me is a live thing. Cotton grew from the ground. It's not materials composited together to create this synthetic blend thing, right? So think about the things that you're consuming in your life. Are your things around you high vibration, right? The clothes that you're wearing, would you call those quality clothes? Are those high vibration clothes? Are you wearing things that don't make you feel good? Think about it. If you wear things that are high vibe, that have good energy into them, you naturally start to feel better. And it's the way that you dress. It's the products that you use on your skin, on your hair, on your body, like brushing your teeth, the makeup that you put on your face, the products that you put in your hair, the stuff that you use in the shower, the foods that you eat in the morning. Not saying that like everything has to be super high quality, but like think about the things that you are consuming in a day. Are you turning on the news? Are you consuming social media like first thing in the morning? Or are you consuming ways to fill your cup and expand your consciousness? Are you listening to audiobooks and podcasts? Are you reading books? Are you taking time to listen to the birds and the bees and pick the flowers and take nature walks? Are you taking time to be grounded, which in itself can boost your energy there, because the world, like, you can consume that energy source through walking on the grass barefoot or just being out in nature. Think about the people who are in your life. Are the people around you uplifting? Are they energizing? Do they make you feel better when you leave? Or do you feel worse off? Okay. Every time that you have an interaction with anybody or anything, it can change your energy levels within you. It can change how you vibrate on as an energetic being. Okay. So if you walk into a place and it's filled with a bunch of negative Nancy's, everybody hates their job, everybody's finger pointing, you could be like the highest vibing person walking in there. You will feel depleted leaving if you don't have clear, firm boundaries. A lot of times those people can literally suck the life force out of you. That changes your vibration on an energetic level, and you start to feel depleted, and you start to feel like, well, maybe I hate my job. Maybe my life sucks too. Okay. Versus if you walked into a place, everybody was like, man, this is awesome. I'm high-fiving. People are chest bumping. They're dancing. There's party music. It feels high vibe. It feels energetic. And you can, too, raise your vibration. Okay? So this is where it's really important to see where you're at and where you want to be and how the two are related. So are you like not even close to where you want to be, or are you like, oh, I'm on the path, I know what I'm doing? And if you're not yet, like if you look around you and you're like, oh my gosh, I live in a low vibration everything, like how do I start to shift this? A body in motion stays in motion. Okay, so energy creates energy. First thing I'm going to say to you is start going for walks, like finding time to like unplug and reconnect with you. Start putting real food into your body. Real food. I'm talking fruits and veggies and things like this. Look at your diet and see how much stuff comes out of a box, how much stuff is processed, how much stuff is chemically processed, or what the shelf life is. That's something that will tell you. If something has like a 6 month or 2 year shelf life, those probably aren't very high vibration, okay? So start thinking of the things that you're consuming, and those things will start to naturally make you feel better. If you're eating well, if you're eating healthy, if you're boosting your immune system by even taking like supplements that are high vibration supplements. And what I mean by this is like taking like quality supplements. Like think of how the supplements were made. Think of like the next step. Don't just think of like the shelf of the product right in front of you, or the picture of the product online. Like think of what went into making that product, and if you would consider that a quality or like a high vibe energy source behind it, or if it was a low energy source. Like, was this made in another country for pennies on the dollar, or was this made handcrafted in a state next to you, or was this in a lab full of doctors that are also holistic nutritionists or something like that? You know what I mean? So just think like next step, like where was this made? What type of energy was put into making this? Because you're also consuming that energy within your body. Those things matter, because each time something interacts with another human or another source, it can shift the energy. It shifts the energy. You can see this on a scientific level too. Like I don't have the stuff in front of me, but because I'm driving, but like go Google it, you guys. There is so much science to energy and vibration and frequency that just because you can't see it does not mean that it doesn't exist. Okay. And so in your life, if you want to be a quote unquote high vibe tribe, but you find yourself depleted and you feel low vibe, the way that you can start to shift to that high vibe is things like meditation, okay? Quieting the mind, choosing better feeling thoughts, fueling yourself with real foods, going for walks in nature. You don't have to do these balls to the wall exercises. You don't have to push yourself to the limits. Give yourself some grace and do things that make you feel good. Being out in nature should make you feel good, okay? Going for walks should make you feel good. I mean, it does for me anyways. You have to find what works for you, but putting real foods into your body, a lot of times when people are like, well, I don't like those foods. That's because you have conditioned your body to like processed, sodium-filled, sugar-filled products. And I'm telling you, once you start to cut that stuff out of your life and use food as fuel and not as just like I want to eat this because I can, you start to feel better. And not saying that you shouldn't indulge or you shouldn't splurge every now and then, because I do. I mean, if I'm on a road trip, like I'm getting a bag of peanut M&Ms. Well, not always, but sometimes, or there's the rare occasion that I will have a pop, that's not like my go-to. And, usually I regret it after I do it, because I kind of feel like shit afterwards. Because guess what? Those chemicals and energy that was put into that M&Ms or soda, or because I'm a Diet Mountain Dew drinker, or I was a Diet Mountain Dew drinker, like nothing in there is like natural products. So no wonder I feel unnatural, or I don't feel alive and energized afterwards. It's because I'm literally just putting shit into my body. You would never put a Mountain Dew into a car and be like, oh, here, run optimal. No. But yet we do it to ourselves, and then we wonder why we feel like crap. Think of all the things that you're consuming in your life, literally from starting at the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Take an audit of what you are consuming in your day and write down next to each thing, is this a high vibe or is this a low vibe? And when you tally them up at the end of the day, you will see how many high vibe things you have and how many low vibe things you have. Start to shift the scale, start to weight the scale heavier on the high vibe side, and start to watch yourself feel better. Okay, so that is how you become high vibration. And there is a science behind it, because everything vibrates on an energetic level. Everything. Look it up. It's science, y'all. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoy it. I have opened up applications to coach with me. So if you are looking for support, I encourage you to head on over to sashadavis.com/apply now. And yeah, we'll see where you're at and where you want to be. And if my style of coaching, if you're a good fit for my style of coaching, you know, I'm intense. I like to get shit done. I am kind of like a no bullshit type of person in the most loving way. I see potential in people who don't see potential in themselves, and I want to push you to get the things that you want. I want to push you to live the life that you want to be living, but you need to want to do the work. Okay. I'm not dragging anybody across the finish line. There will be no dragging here. I can only, do so much for you, and then you have to do the rest of the work. But yeah, so go ahead and apply at sashadavis.com/apply now, and we will see if we are a good fit to work together. I would love to hear from you. Anything else? Let's see. There is also one spot left in our retreat that's coming up October 1 through 4 this year in the Black Hills. I've had lots of interest, but nobody's pulled the trigger. So as of today, August 11th, I think today's the 11th, I have one spot left. And so what this is going to be 4 days of personal and professional development, healing and energy work. It's all inclusive. All meals will be made on site. The co-host is a holistic nutritionist, so she is going to bring all of the top-notch, best of the best, fancy meals. I am so excited, and so many indulgences, but they're healthy indulgences, right? So like, we're going to have donuts, but they're going to be the version of donuts that's like, you can eat them guilt-free. Okay. You don't have to worry about the pounds of sugar that's put into these things, because they're not going to have it. They're going to be natural products, and I'm so excited to share these things with you guys too. There's going to be nature, there's a hot tub, there's a sauna, there's a heated pool, plenty of hiking trails. We have a few adventures planned. We're going to have bonfires in the evening. It's just going to be a magical time. I love retreats so much. I cannot explain to you the transformation that happens in that short amount of time. It's incredible. It's so incredible. So if you're looking for more information on that, we do have one spot available. It is a first come, first serve. Like I said, there's been a lot of interest. We have booked all of the rest of the spots. There's just the one spot left. It's going to be a small retreat. There's only 6 people total. And then, myself and Jordan Wavra. So small, intimate retreat. Head on over to sashadavis.com. You'll see it on the homepage. There is a link for more information, and also a link to purchase. So head on over there, check it out. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, support@sashadavis.com, and I would be more than happy to answer any of your specific questions regarding the retreat if you don't find them on the info page. So hope you guys have a kick-ass day. Go raise your vibrations. All right, catch you next time.